Hey everybody, this is Don with the Phoenix Flipper YouTube channel, and this is your weekly dose of what's sold on eBay. Each week we focus on 11 items that sold on eBay throughout the week. Why 11, you ask? Well, we just didn't want to stop at 10, so we throw a bonus item in there. We had good sales this week. My numbers were just a little bit low because of all the events surrounding the coronavirus. Things are slowing down quite a bit. But we're still up over February, still up over last year, and we attribute that to a really strong first couple weeks in March. So life remains somewhat normal here in Arizona. We are self-quarantining. A lot of our restaurants are only doing takeout. A lot of our major chains are closing down right now. But Goodwill still remains open, so we're trying to load up, get some back stock so that we have items to list throughout the to keep that algorithm happy with eBay, and our post offices are still open. So we, as long as we're able to, we're gonna continue. We also hit some garage sales this weekend. There were a couple community sales, surprisingly, did pretty well. So let's hop into the first item. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when we post new videos. We do one What's Sold video each week, and then we also do a garage sale ride along. So thanks for watching. Let's jump into the first item. All right, everybody, let's jump into the first item that sold this week. So first item was this Doc Martin pair of Newton Airwear lace-up boots, size 11, really good size to sell. Doc Martin continues to be a brand that sells really well for me. I believe I picked these up for $5 at a garage sale. They were in pristine condition. You want to make sure you look out for the ones that are made in England. They sell a little bit faster than the U.S. Made boots, not U.S. made boots, but the U.S. size boots. You'll know that if you look on the soles, it'll say made in England. When you list those, you want to be careful though, because sometimes they list those with UK sizes. So make sure you do a little research on the size of the boot before you list it. But these are always great sellers for me. You might want to invest in a small kit. They do sell some Doc Martens. It's like a balm that you can condition the leather, because a lot of these will get a little worn from age and whatnot, and it's always nice to kind of give them a little bit of treatment before you sell these. So next item that sold was this Snap-on Tools combination wrench. I picked this up at a garage sale. I believe I paid $1 for this. It sold for $32.97, including shipping. I sent this out. It was a little bit heavy to ship, so I sent this out in a bubble flat rate mailer for $7. But the total profit was pretty good for this, based on a dollar investment in it. So you want to make sure you keep your eye out for Matco tools, Snap-on tools. Older Craftsman tools. The newer Craftsmans don't sell as much for as much, but you can always tell kind of a vintage Craftsman tool. If you want to look for this V, sometimes it'll have VA in the serial number. You know that's a little bit older of a tool, and it's always generally made in the USA. Some of the newer stuff, not as good. Sincere sold it off. Not as quality made. You want to keep an eye out for the ones that have this V or the VA. So next item that sold, we featured this in a previous video. We bought this in a package deal with a men's new with tags leather jacket. This one sold for $149.97 with $12.43 in shipping. This one sold for full price. So we paid $90 for both of the jackets. We sold the other one. I think we sold the other one for $275. Maybe it was $299. I can't remember. But we made our money back and then some. Always keep an eye out for Harley leather jackets. Don't be afraid to pay up for them. I try to keep them under $50. This one was a ladies. It was a size small, but just had beautiful embroidered detail on the jacket. So keep your eye on these. Don't be afraid to pay up for the leather jackets, because people are constantly on the lookout for these. And it's the weather's starting to get nice, and it's going to be motorcycle riding season, and just a real good thing to keep your eye out for. Next item that sold was this Schwarzkopf. It was like a hair treatment. We bought this for 75 cents at a garage sale, and it sold for $28.97 including shipping. Keep your eye out for this stuff if it's new in box. Sometimes it's discontinued, and the only place people can find this is on eBay. And this was a really quick sale. I think it took a couple days to sell, and we shipped this out immediately. So real good profit on this one. Next item that sold was this Logitech new in box headset. This one was a real quick sell. We listed it on one evening. It sold the very next morning, $34.97 with free shipping. I think this just went over the first class rate. It was sent out priority, but it was going to California from Arizona, so it was rather cheap to send out. So we paid $5 for this at a garage sale. Keep your eye out for new in box items like this, and always scan and check the comps on this. So next item that sold was this Sensi Brick. This is a brand that was new to me. I picked up a lot of these at a garage sale. We featured it in a previous video, and I'll put a link up to that video here at the top, so that you can go back and see the actual purchase. But we paid $2 for this. I have one left. This was the second to last one. This one sold for $26.90 and $7.99 in shipping. All right, the next item that sold was this Book of Mormon, new in packaging, LDS Bible. It was in a nice little box, wrapped in plastic. When we checked the comps on Amazon, it really had kind of a high ranking, and it wasn't selling for as much. So we threw it on eBay just to see what it would do, and it did sell. Took a couple weeks, but it sold for $60 in free shipping. We sent it out media mail, and just really good condition. And I think we paid about $5 at this at a thrift store. So real good flip. Next item that sold was this. I throw this up because we sell a lot of toys, but we bought this in a toy lot that we featured in a previous video. We paid $5 for a whole box of FisherPrice toys. This one sold for $17.99 with $6.99 shipping. It took a couple weeks to sell, but this was just one item of just a whole box of FisherPrice Little People. So real good investment. If you see these at garage sales, they're usually dirt cheap. Pick them up. If you see them at the thrift stores, they have them in those little bags along the outer wall in the toy section. Just kind of scan those and look through the bags, because there's not huge money makers, but they do sell, and over time you'll definitely double, triple, quadruple your money on these. I do a lot in shoes. This was a thrift store pickup. This was a good brand to kind of keep your eye out for. This one, I tend to find these new. I think people buy them. They usually try them on. They wear them. They don't like them, and then they donate them. We found this at a thrift store, size 12. These were Onitsuka. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but they always look like this. This one, don't be deceived. It's not supposed to have laces in it, but just a really good seller. These always sell for me when I find them. I can find them at garage sales for $5, $10. I believe we paid $10 for this at a thrift store. So Onitsuka Tiger is a great brand to keep an eye out for. Next item, put this up here because this is a kind of a special Tommy Bahama. I do a lot of Tommy Bahamas, and generally I focus on the larger sizes, and I also focus on the very not the plain. I don't touch the plain ones, but I do the florals and the really loud Tommy Bahamas. I tend to pick those up. This one is actually a special one. Keep your eye out for the embroidered kind. This one These generally go for between $30 and $40 depending on the embroidery on the back, but just really beautiful designs. The front is usually plain itself, but the back usually has embroidery, and they have several different designs that are out there. These aren't as they're kind of rare, kind of hard to find, but I find about one of these a week at all the stores that I go to, and you definitely want to keep an eye out for the embroidered ones, and you can pay up a little bit for these, between $10 and $15, and they usually sell for $40 with shipping. So next item that sold, I just put this, not a huge money maker, but generally you can pick up some older tapes for really cheap. This was just a Led Zeppelin cassette tapes. We found 2 of them. I think we paid 50 cents for them total. It sold for $16 with free shipping. We sent this out first class, and they're generally pretty light to send. So you'll find these at garage sales, and usually someone will be selling a whole case, and you can really pick them up cheap. And obviously, being tapes, they're probably a little bit older. They don't sell tapes anymore, so people have to go to eBay to find these, and make sure they're in good condition. Check the tape to make sure it's not bunched up in the actual tape, or it's frayed or whatnot. But this one took a little bit longer to sell, but 50 cents into $16, not a bad profit. And this is a brand that I've talked about several times on my channel. It's one that I always look out for. It's 511 Tactical. We picked this one up at a garage sale. I believe we paid $3 for it. It's a tactical delivery bag. It sold for $54.97 with $9.99 shipping. We sent this out in a large flat rate box. We just crossed off the flat rate, and it cost about $12 to ship in that box. 511 Tactical. Look out for the shirts, the tactical shirts. The larger sizes sell really well. They sell better than the smaller sizes. They have you'll know them. They have a self-concealed weapon pouch. A lot of them will be. They look like they have a button, but it's really a snap so that someone can rip off their shirt and access their gun from the inside of the shirt. So, real good brand to kind of keep a lookout for. So, and that wraps up 11 things in our store that sold this week. Sales are slowing down just a little bit with everything going on with the coronavirus. Our thrift stores are still open, so while they're still open, we're hitting them as much as we can. I don't know how long that'll last before they close, but I want to make sure that I'm able to get the inventory, and I have a backlog of inventory so I can continue to list on a daily basis. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, please, and make sure you subscribe, as we will post one of these What Sold videos every week, and we do a live garage sale right along once a week as well. Garage sales are still happening here in Arizona. This last weekend we went out, and there were several community sales still out there. They're not as abundant as they usually would be, but we're still having some luck, and we're picking up some great items. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when we post a video. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Everybody stay healthy.